Hello everyone, it's Isabella Doyle, and welcome to my podcast. Today I wanted to take a bit of a different approach and to walk you through my journey as a well-established filmmaker and how my production skills have developed through this one new project, which is my new film, The Awakening, coming to a cinema near you. Please go watch it. From pre-production to post, I have learnt a lot, and some of it may surprise you. Let's start at the very beginning of this particular project, pre-production. Now, I definitely underestimated the scale of this project and how important it was in everything. I always usually thought that the magic really happened within the realm of the editing rooms, but no, it took a lot of planning and prep which gave the entire film its shape. I spent a lot of time researching the horror genre itself, and it really helped shape every decision me and my crew made later. I looked closely at other horror films, such as 28 Days Later, which used the visuals of eyes a lot, which influenced our film. That subtle transformation of the human to another being really stuck with me. The themes of illness and being so ill that one is entirely consumed by the uncontrollable and uncomfortable is so haunting and terrifying. It's almost sublime. Another film that inspired me visually was the film Mama, which stood out as it is of the same genre as our film. And also, there was a really amazing shot of a hallway. It's a duo shot. This scene was so inspirational to me. I wanted to recreate it but with more intensity. The muted, almost dead lighting for me, which turns out to be such a simple trick, but it proves a point and really makes a message. I remember watching that film and just thinking to myself, this would be perfect for the film that I'm making. That completely shifted the way I approached our shoot. Of course, the hardest part of pre-production wasn't any level. Actually, it was nothing creative at all, but it was the search for props and finding the right items and the equipment was really so hard, and we wanted to create a realistic effect and really sell the story to our audience. Because when you're doing horror, every single little thing matters, and if something is misplaced or tacky looking, it can completely kill the illusion. Then came production. This is the most exciting part because we get to work with the camera. But we have to be so intentional with the camera work because within a horror genre, the camera is basically a member of the cast. It doesn't just show a scene, but it controls the way the story works and how the viewer feels about it. It also, if you really mess up the camera work, it's completely inaccurate and no one will believe it. I focused immensely on lighting and sound because in the horror genre, lighting is everything and it has to be perfect. Shadows, silhouettes and dim edges. These choices have to be chosen correctly or else the tension wouldn't be there. And sound. I didn't even appreciate how powerful a tool it was until I was writing the editing suite for post-production. Sound is so important to make the audience actually be scared because sometimes one eerie ambient sound can really set the tone for the whole film. Post-production was the most challenging yet satisfying stage for me. I had just used editing apps like iMovie and CapCut before on my previous film, but I had never used Adobe Premiere Pro, not sponsored by the way. This was entirely new to me. Adobe Premiere Pro was something really frustrating because it was unlike anything I'd ever worked with before, and I couldn't even quite find the correct tools, and everything felt really chunky, but eventually I got the hang of it, and it turned out really well. During editing, the bit where you see that the scenes really connect and begin to show the story that you've spent ages working on and developing, it is so satisfying. And now it's no longer just a piece of footage or a bunch of scenes, it's a film. It reminded me why I wanted to choose to do this and how I love filmmaking. The process of transformation is so addictive. And just to bring it full circle, those influences from earlier, the lighting choices from Mama, the eye effects, the pacing of 28 Days Later, even the comedic undertones of the films that we studied like Shaun of the Dead, they all found their way in. Even a film like Parasite. It's not horror, but it is deeply unsettling in its own right. It gave us clues and cues about illness and infection and how it can be a metaphor for so much more. In the end, I came out of this project not just with a finished film, but with a deeper understanding of what it means to be a filmmaker, what it really truly means. From planning and research to shooting and editing, every step taught me something new, and honestly, I can't wait to do it all over again. Thank you for listening to today's episode. If you've got your own stories about building your skills, or just want to talk about some underrated films, drop me a message. I'd love to hear from you. Until next time.